370, episode 370. We got wife here today once again.
What's up, y'all?
Lovely Mo in the building.
Your girl, Lovely Mo.
Hey, man, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. As always, the TheFaisonViewPodcast, man, we going up. We growing as a podcast. Thank you, old supporters, new supporters. Hey, continue to go up. Hey, you know we have something on the agenda for you guys today. So let's go right into the agenda. We have the holidays season coming up. All right, if you want to call it a holiday. All right, Valentine's Day is coming up. Okay, so make sure you guys are shopping for your loved ones if you celebrate. Okay. Intro on this podcast with a question of the day.
Oh my gosh.
Question of the day. All right. Is it wrong when your partner doesn't ask you to be their Valentine? And also, is it a certain time frame when they need to ask you? Yeah, let's go. Take it away, Mo.
You asking me?
Take it away, Mo.
All right. Is it wrong when your partner doesn't ask you to be their Valentine? I mean, I'm not going to say it's wrong, but, like, just because we're together don't mean I'm your Valentine. Like, what if we just don't do nothing for Valentine's Day? Like, I'm going to just assume we're not doing nothing. Like, you still got to ask me. Cool.
But also, one thing should remain the same, that nobody else should be able to ask you to be your Valentine. Also, yeah. I do believe that you should ask if you're in a relationship. I understand that as well, too. But I feel like it shouldn't be a certain time frame. If they ask you, they ask you.
But they asked you the day before? No.
Okay, I get it. But
like,
also...
No, not trying to be funny. Like, you have to plan for Valentine's Day. Like, if we go out and you ask me a week in advance, everything's going to be booked. So what we going to do?
That's true, too.
Even 2 weeks in advance, everything's booked. So what we going to do? Like, you got to ask me like a month in advance.
Like a month in advance.
Yes, because everything start booking up.
And also... is just because you're in a relationship or you're married, does that make you an automatic Valentine?
No.
Why doesn't it? That's why I don't agree with that point. I don't agree with, if you're in a relationship and you're married, that doesn't make you, I think that makes you an automatic Valentine. No. Yes, I do believe your partner should still ask you, but regardless, I think that you are still automatically Valentine.
Okay, but what if I'm going to just assume that I'm not your Valentine and we're not doing anything?
You said what?
If you're in a relationship with someone and they don't ask you to be their Valentine, then it's going to automatically be assumed like, oh, I guess we're not doing anything for Valentine's Day. So that means you don't have a Valentine.
And then what if you have a partner that does those things for you all the time and doesn't necessarily like to celebrate it? Then what do you do about that situation?
Doesn't like to celebrate Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, because they have those ideals of that, oh, well, I do stuff for you all the time.
I know
do
people
stuff for
like
every
that.
day. You know, it's people like that.
Oh, I know people like that.
So what do you do in those situations? Does it make you mad at them? Does it show, do you have, like,
it makes
resentment?
The woman... I've never been in that situation, but I think it makes the woman feel a way about it.
Repeat that. You never been what?
What?
You never been in that situation. Thank you.
I'm saying
thank
where a guy was like, oh, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Like, I ain't never been in that situation. I'm saying I know people that are in, or have been in that situation. And, like, the women be upset, like, about it, like, not, like, angry. But, like, it do make them feel a type of way. Because what do you mean? Like... I feel like people just be thinking so deep and, like, not trying to be funny. It be black people. Like, black people be looking so deep into certain things. Like, I feel like it's just a holiday. Just celebrate the person that you love.
Yeah, but everybody doesn't like to celebrate those things. But also, I'm not in that standpoint. I'm in the standpoint that I love to do romantic things for my wife and for my lady on Valentine's Day. My problem with her specifically is that she don't like surprises. And also, like, if I'm doing something... I don't want to be kind of reminded okay, well, you Valentine's Day is coming up. You ain't asked me yet. It kind of bugs me. It doesn't make me not want to do it, but it kind of puts, like, I don't know, like, it just, like, a stain on it. It's like, dag, like, I had something planned, but you're kind of, like, anticipating something or wanting me to do something, but you're not allowing me the space to do it.
Y'all, he being shady.
Yep, I am, because she had me, Mo had me tight with this because I was actually celebrating something for the weekend to ask her to be my Valentine, but, like, she kept asking me prior to, and it was like, dang,
no, y'all,
like, you don't even know what I have.
I showed you TikToks, and I said no.
No,
words.
yes, you did ask. You asked previously before. Yes,
Oh
you
no,
did.
I said hi.
No, yes,
I
you
wonder
did
if
ask.
we're doing something for
Exactly. No,
Valentine's
you
Day.
asked too. You said, so are you gonna ask me to be your Valentine? And I'm like, yeah, I am. But just wait,
Like
I have
said,
something
y'all,
planned.
stuff be booked up 2 weeks in advance or like a month in advance. Everything book up.
I mean, I understand it as well too. I understand it as well. I'm just not of the standpoint too. I feel like yes, if you're for that and your lady likes that, your partner likes that, then I feel like yes, you should go out your way to do that. Especially if your lady or your partner likes that. If you guys have a certain bond and a certain relationship where y'all really don't celebrate it, y'all, you know, it's kind of like an everyday thing for y'all. It just depends on the relationship. I understand that portion. But if your partner or your lady actually likes Valentine's Day and wants to celebrate, then yes, you should do that. But I don't feel like in every relationship, a person, especially if you're married, you should ask every single year. I don't think that. I think that's set in stone, especially when you get to a certain place. When you get into marriage, I think it should be like, okay, of course, automatically, you know, and then we'll figure it out as we make and go from there.
So I'm automatically.
Mo is expecting me every single year to say, "Will you be my Valentine?" I have no problem with that.
Okay, you don't have to.
I have no problem. And listen to it. I say I have no problem with that. But for you to, but you're saying it's not literally set in stone. Like, in my point of view, like who else would be your Valentine?
Right. Nobody. I wouldn't have one.
Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, hey, look here. This is that season, y'all.
Look, y'all, I'm not the only one out here.
You know the Valentine's talk make or break relationships in this season. Not for me and Mo, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in general. In general, these talks come up. Like, shoot, some of my students, they were on me. They were somewhere on her side and somewhere on my side. But also, ultimately, what we were talking about is just that in general, that it just depends on the relationship.
Y'all, but I be joking.
It just depends on the relationship.
Like, I don't really need you to ask me. Like, I just be playing for real. I knew you
now
was
she
gonna
potting,
be my
y'all.
I knew you was gonna be my
she's potting.
Valentine.
Now she's potting. Now she's potting. You still have expectations of me to ask. Yes, you know I'm your Valentine, but you still have a certain expectation for me to ask you. Cut it out, Mo.
Sure.
I'll cut it. All right, this is something that you got me hip to, so I want you to break this story.
You want me to break
Yeah,
it? All right. So it's this girl. What's her name? Like Nay. I think her name is Nay. So she's from California, y'all. She moved to DC. She goes to a school in DC for like fashion design. Mm-hmm. So like she's working on like her externships and stuff like that. But anyway, y'all. So she like be vlogging like her daily life on TikTok sometimes. Mm-hmm. She was vlogging one day, like this past week, like probably 4 days ago now. And this homeless man walked up to her and was like, "Oh, like, can you get me some tea? Like, just some hot tea." So, like, you know, she stopped him at her vlog. She was like, "Oh, like, I'm going to go find you some hot tea." Like, she walked, like, a couple blocks down to, like, find him some tea. Like, got to know him. Found out that he had prostate cancer. And, like, he didn't have money or, like, insurance to get, like, his medication. So, y'all, she took him to CVS and, like, was trying to get his medicine for him, but they didn't have one of the medicines. So she literally walked like a couple more blocks, like to another CVS, was able to get his medicine, like paid for it for him, like gave it to him. Y'all, he was like real excited. And then she ended up getting him a hotel for the night, like just so, you know, he could relax, like, you know, take his medicine, like have like a night in a hotel. But she went back to her dorm, y'all, and decided to start a GoFundMe for him. And y'all, in less than like 24 hours, she had raised like $240,000 for him. So now she's like working on getting him his ID because he doesn't have an ID. He doesn't have a birth certificate. And we all know in America, you can't do anything with without an ID or birth certificate, which sucks, especially for homeless people, because why, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for them to even be able to obtain stuff like that, especially when they're older.
Right.
But yeah, so she did that. So like now she got him a cell phone so that she can like communicate with him. Like, she's gonna use all the money like for him. Obviously, like her parents were like so proud of her and stuff. Like, they were crying about it, like, "Oh, like, you're amazing, like, you're so proud." Everybody's like, you know, been giving her props and stuff, because like when you really think about it, like, we see homeless people all the time, and like not all the time, you know, we really stop for them or like kind of like hear like what they need. Like, this man literally all he did was say like, can you give me some tea? Like, that's it, because he wasn't feeling well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that was like real like unique of her to stop listen to him, even walk a couple blocks, get him tea, like talk to him and stuff. And what was crazy is like after she told him like how much money she raised for him, and like she's working on getting him an apartment and stuff once he get ID. He was saying like he had prayed a couple of days ago, like, God, please just send me an angel. And he was like, you're literally my angel. And like their relationship literally, like they bonded like so fast, y'all. Like she called him Unc and he called her niece. Like it's so cute. Like,
and it's just dope. It shows you that one act of kindness can
change
somebody's life
forever.
Change somebody's life. And that's another point to where God is real in so many ways.
Yeah.
And he touches a lot of people to be the angel and pillars in other people's lives. And also to what you said, like the misconception that we have about like homeless people. Like some people have like, okay, well, I would love to share with them with anything, and then others just like a lot of people use it as cons.
Yeah.
But also it was just amazing because like you said, you never know their stories. You never know what they have been through.
Yeah.
You never know their trials and tribulations. But for her to stop and that changed his whole life, just that conversation is just amazing. And
that's a lot of money. Like,
yeah, and one thing that was beautiful that you pointed out is that she didn't say, she said this is for you, not us.
And he kept saying in the video like, nah, this ours. She was like, no, Unc, like you need it more than me. Like it's for you. Like, but it's also the fact that she's taking like the steps to actually make his life, like amazing. Like the rest of his life amazing. Cause like, she's gonna get what do you call it? Like someone who's like over top of your life. Like is they like lawyers? I forgot what you call it. But like someone who's basically going to like handle his money for him, like finances, so that he's using the money like right, and like actually getting the necessary things that he need. Like she power of attorney. That's what she's gonna do. Like get him like turn the money over to the power of attorney, so that like they're making sure he's using the money how he needs to in order to like live a healthy life. But I was even thinking like the fact that he has prostate cancer, like. This money could change his life in regards to that. Like this man was just walking around like with prostate cancer. Like even in the video, he had like urinated himself because like that's one of the side effects of like prostate cancer. But it's like the money could definitely even help with like treatment and stuff like for that. So honestly,
and it's beautiful because
this story was amazing.
And
like,
it's beautiful too, Mo, because she's 21. She's in college.
Yeah.
She's really trying to.
Start her life,
go into her career,
yeah.
And this one act of kindness changed both of their lives, and especially his life.
Yeah,
I really love that, and it's very unique too as well.
And
just
it's
in general,
our area,
but it's
DC,
in our area.
That's crazy.
That's why it's even more flabbergasting because the homeless rate in DC is outrageous, and it's very high.
Yeah,
it's very high, and when you really think about it, and you look at these certain people. It's heartbreaking. Like it really is. It's heartbreaking because imagine, like you talk about all the things that you may go through in your life,
but it's nothing compared to that.
When you don't have an understanding of how other people are living, and just
like
be
to
blessed
know that
in your
you have
situation.
nothing. Like you know what I mean? Like that's different.
For sure, and then like you just said, nothing like in the sense of even family or people to really, hold you down. So. And now I look at these situations and like when we think about our situation, what we're going through in life is minuscule, because at the end of the day, it could be much worse.
Yeah, I just be thinking too, like I don't know, like I be getting like these random thoughts. I used to always like tell my mom when I lived back home, like it be cold outside. You know what I'm saying? Like just thinking like, yo, I can't even stand walking to my car for 5 seconds, or like walking from my car to my house. Like that's so privileged for 5 seconds. Like these people be outside, like trying to get housing, like when it's like a snowstorm or something like that. Like it really be cold, or even like when it be heat waves, like hot is I don't know what. Like they really just got to be outside and take it. Like,
and you know what? One thing that is disturbing too, a lot of the homelessness in America are veterans.
That's true too.
And that's outrageous to me because I feel like if you're a veteran, it's no way, shape, or form that you shouldn't have a job, you shouldn't have shelter, you shouldn't have anything. That's a problem that we deal with today, just of course in the world, but America per se too as well. So just shout out to them and shout out to their story.
Shout out to her, and also her story is still going. Like I be looking at her thing. I just watched a video from like 5 hours ago she posted. Like the story is not over. It literally happened less than a week ago.
Right.
So like we're still seeing like the development of something great.
Continue to support them.
Yeah.
Continue to support them. Talking about TikTok, because she did go viral on TikTok. And TikTok is really the new wave. It's the it factor. It's the new kid on the block. All right. It's just like how when Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter came out, it's the new kid on the block, and TikTok is really taking over. But the conversation now is that is going on with TikTok is TikTok versus Universal. All right. So recently, Universal Music Group, they took all their music off of TikTok. They're battling in a dispute.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, we know that's over money, but honestly.
And what's funny is these artists, half the artists didn't even know.
But also, who is this worse for? Who is this worse for? TikTok or Universal, that Universal took their music off of TikTok?
I feel like Universal.
I believe Universal too.
Yeah.
Because even though they have a third or more of the music artists in the world, to the Drakes, to Taylor Swift, to etc. Like everybody, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and so many. So it's like they take their music off. I feel like it affects them, and I feel like it affects their artists as well too. Yeah. Because TikTok, one thing about TikTok is not going anywhere. Even though that is a big aspect, like the music aspect, and people add music to their reel. I mean, to their reels and things of that nature that make them popular. Yeah. But also, what TikTok is content creation. They're going to find other ways to make content and make it appealing to the audience. Exactly. Like you just said, we have different stories like that. Yeah. It's not just music driven. And if anything, TikTok has helped the music industry out because it's helped to break songs. Yeah. Like it's helped to break a lot of artists as well too. So like that's why I was lost, because when I woke up in the morning, even on my page, like, I have some like different artists in the background, and everybody's stuff just got muted, and your videos got muted. I was like, whoa! Now I had to read up on it. So I do feel like, and to both of us are saying, I feel like Universal is going to lose out more. They are, especially profit, artist exposure, and you really just gaining a sense of revenue. I feel like what this is, I feel like it's just, of course, it's money involved, but I feel like it's one of those things where. I think, in my opinion, that Universal is trying to control TikTok in a certain type of aspect to try to get them to pay up. Because TikTok is not an American brand.
It's not. What is it, like China?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So like I just feel like that's a real good talking point, because we're going to start to see if because a lot of artists were breaking down. Now I feel like that's the only way TikTok is impacted in that way, because now like. I say that brought exposure to TikTok as well too.
Yeah, but also a lot of artists really publicized a lot of their music off TikTok. Like even Lotto, like she publicized a lot of her new songs on TikTok too, like Coil Ray, like even coming up with dances with their new music and stuff like that. So for sure, I feel like Universal is gonna be more so affected than TikTok.
They take the biggest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Let's get into our rapid random questions. Both of us are gonna answer. But got some rapid random questions. Okay. The first question I have. Do you believe in ghosts or any of the supernatural?
Ghosts? I believe in demons.
I believe in ghosts.
Ghosts, I believe all demons, all the same. I believe in all of that. It's real.
I believe in the supernatural.
You gotta I believe in it, but I don't be thinking about it, because when you think about stuff like that, you welcome it. Yeah, you kind of your spirit.
Yep. You're absolutely right. When your mind is a powerful thing.
It is.
So if you really think about it and you're conscious of it, but you continue to bring that same energy, then you start.
But when you're aware of a place that you are where those things are present, you do gotta remind yourself of that, because you don't want it to enter your spirit. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it go either way. But for sure.
That's why I truly. I
feel like ghost is like a down term for demon, honestly.
No, I don't think that. I think it's two different. I think it's way two different aspects for sure. All I believe is that is supernatural.
I mean, yeah.
And I just believe in anything supernatural, because I just feel like because we I don't know about everybody and everybody's religion, but we believe in God. And what I do believe in, I believe in the afterlife. I believe your spirit and your soul is what matters the most in this life. And for you to think about that, okay, we're just in human form, there's nothing else after that, then no. It's really supernatural things that happen. I definitely believe in that. It's no way it's not. You know, I feel like us as people, we are very naive because we are in human form, but we don't have an understanding of that afterlife. But that's what it's good to be aware. It's good to be aware. All right. Second question. All right. When danger approaches, is your response fight, flight, or freeze?
What's yours?
It depends on the situation. It depends on the situation.
Fight.
But my first will probably be fight.
Yeah.
And my second is definitely flight. I have never had a problem where something's going down to get up out of there.
Oh,
and you have to have an understanding that every situation you can't fight yourself or beat somebody else up out of it. Point blank. Period.
Yeah.
Like you have to have that.
Mine
you
is
have to
for
have the
sure
conscious enough
flight.
to get up out of there.
Yeah, you know me. Malik seen me firsthand. Mine is for sure.
We were at a movie theater and some went down with some kids trolling or whatever. But
we thought they was gonna shoot up.
But just in the time we're in, man, we
Yeah.
don't play none of that. And they were just like, they was like, we about to shoot up the place and
like all y'all gonna die.
All y'all gonna die. It specifically said
I
that.
said what, bro?
Mo was out the exit door in 3 seconds.
Y'all,
and we were across from the exit.
We was beside the kids that said, "Oh, y'all gonna die," but I don't even know how I got there. It's like my brain just was like outie. Like I've seen my whole life flash before my eyes, bro. I just remember running down the steps. The emergency exit.
We was out of there.
I was the first one out, y'all.
Out of there. 3 seconds.
I knew Malik was gonna be behind me.
Oh, I was for sure. I was surprised by her because I'm out of there. I don't got time
y'all
for
had
none
on
of that.
flip flops. Lost my jacket, man. That was my favorite jacket too.
Hey, but look here. Your life is more precious and important.
Yeah.
Your life is way more precious.
So I feel like
important.
if it's serious stuff, y'all, flight. Now, sometimes when Malik walk in the house, he'll scare me a little. I'm a freeze.
I know, yeah.
It's like the real serious stuff, y'all. I'm fighting.
When like I'm joking with her and I scare her, she just freezes.
Like,
and I be like, Mo, you gotta react in a certain type of way. You gotta react.
But he know, I'm my reaction time is.
Yeah, no, it is. I just believe in every situation. It's either with me, it's either fight or flight.
Yeah,
like
his is definitely
honestly,
fight
I don't
or
have,
flight.
and I'm not trying to say it like that. I don't have the time to freeze. I don't have the time to freeze. Like it's been plenty of situations, especially like on Halloween, haunted house, and I tell the story often. But like it was funny, but it was serious. Like we were in a haunted house doing stuff, but they were getting too close to me. And then also it was like a haunted hayride, and they popped over me, and I hit the dude in the face. And thank God they didn't press charges or anything like that. But like I don't have time to freeze. Like I don't have time to freeze. Either I'm getting out of there or I'm fighting. Like it's either or. Like I don't have time to wait.
One time I went to a haunted house with Billy and Kashai and some friends, bro. When I tell y'all, I don't know why I got scared in the haunted house, bro. I literally ran through every single prop people running, bro. I ran out. I was outside, bro. They was still walking through the haunted house. Everybody was laughing. I'm like, bro, I knocked down the whole scene, bro. I was out of there. I was outside for like 10 minutes waiting for them to come out. I was like, yeah, nah, y'all. For sure, flight.
As far as like black people, if I see a bunch of black people running, I am gone. You ain't gotta. Now that's one situation you ain't gotta worry about me. If I see black people running in a certain direction, you ain't gotta tell me I am out of there. That's the flight sense right there.
That's
too.
funny.
Out of there, you ain't gotta question me at all.
I mean that's true because black people don't run. So if they run it,
Right,
it's
there's
something serious.
There's something going on. What stereotype do people assume about you? What stereotype do people assume about you?
About me?
Yep.
Like they never talk to me a day, and they're like,
Yep.
okay, they assume that I'm mean.
Oh, I would never say that. But if you talking about somebody that's never seen you, honestly, I would say the same thing.
So I have two stereotypes. One, if no one's ever talked to me and they just see me, they assume that I'm mean. Mm-hmm. Now, when people know me, I feel like one of the stereotypes is that I'm uncultured.
That you're not cultured, boy. She stole the words out of my mouth. That you're not cultured.
A stereotype.
That's not no stereotype. That is factual, y'all.
Bye.
Factual. And like it's certain things. I wouldn't say just completely uncultured. I wouldn't do my baby like that. But she is uncultured in music aspect, in my opinion. In the music aspect. In certain other senses too. But like really just the music aspect. I would say that about myself too. Like the stereotype what people assume about me that like I'm mean. Like my face,
He looks mean.
I look mean.
But I feel like we
You
both
talk to
have
me
that
like-
straight like face all the time. So the stereotype that people do assume about both of us for sure that like just see us, don't talk to us, but like just see us in passing is that we're mean.
Yeah, that's true too. That definitely that we're mean. I don't know if anybody any other stereotype about me.
That you a pretty boy.
Look at you. I knew Mo couldn't wait.
Pretty
but I'm not.
boy leak.
I'm not though. I'm
I
not.
mean, you not for sure.
I'm really not. I don't act or move that way
Yeah.
in any type of aspect. Like I feel like honestly, just generally speaking, because I'm light skinned, you get a certain type
Light
of
skin with green eyes.
you already get a certain type of view of
Yeah.
who you are as a person. But that's not really true. Especially
No,
I'm
it's
just
not.
a genuine cool person. Like I don't really even move in that way or move in that sense. And it'd be funny because like say if I post something on social media or something, oh you light skinned. They just be like, bro, I just be chilling.
That ain't never been a stereotype about me.
I just be chilling. Mo that's because Mo don't like take pictures. Like she's just totally different. She's very, very I wouldn't say I would say she's introverted.
I am introverted.
So she's introverted as well too. So
I feel like my friends be trying to take me out of that, but I'm for sure introverted.
yeah, you are. I think I've tried to take you out of that too. Probably not with me, you're not introverted, of course, because I'm with you all the time. But in general, you are. Okay. If you could write a book about your life, what would the title be?
Life of Mo.
Life of Mo.
My life could be, but I swear one day, y'all, I'm gonna write a book about my life. The stuff that's happened in my life is unbelievable. Like you would never believe. You think I'm lying. Especially since I went to college to now, bruh. Unbelievable. And you know that. The stuff that's happened, unbelievable.
For me, I would say a book title. I have two, but for a book title for my life was that everything happened for a reason. Like I truly believe that. So I always live by that. Everything happens for a reason. Even when something bad happens to me, like I'm such a believer in God that I gotta, sometimes like I gotta snap myself out of like, why me? It's happening for a reason. It's already written. It's happening for a reason. And you just gotta move past whatever's happening and try to overcome. And another title will be something dealing with adversity. Like, because adversity, it really shows you the character of who you are as a person. Like, going through certain adversity is going to cultivate who you are in this life. Yeah. So I truly believe in both of those statements, just as far as like adversity, and then also everything happening for a reason. One of those two will be a central point of minds.
I can see that.
And what would be the last question, Mo? You pull up the last question for me. We had a good last question as well.
Last question. Let's see. It was, have you ever broken any bones or worst injury you've had? And if so, how did it happen? Sips tea.
The worst injury I've had many injuries. So I don't even know.
Your ACL was.
But that wasn't even the worst. I've tore my ACL. I had broken fingers. I had broken foot. This is one of the funniest ones, right? I had pulled my groin in college. I was a college athlete. I played football, and I was in the elevator. Like I couldn't even walk at the practice. I hurt myself in practice, but I really couldn't even walk at the practice. I was limping or whatever. And then like I got in the elevator with me and my football friends, and I just collapsed in the elevator. Like I couldn't even stand. I just collapsed in the elevator.
Oh my gosh!
Like my friends had to carry me to my room. Like I was done. Like and it's crazy because I've had worse injuries, but that was an injury where I couldn't even like stand. I couldn't even walk. Yeah. I played the last 3 games of my collegiate career as far as a football player with a hurt groin. If you know what that feel like, that's not a good feeling at all. Like you can barely walk. Like that was one of those that was just like I was done. And it was kind of awkward play of how I even got it because I was playing safety and I like jumped up and I got a pick, but I landed wrong. That was terrible.
That sounds crazy.
Mo, you just in the boot for 3 months, so I don't get on this pod and start capping.
Okay, well that was just a little hairline fracture though. I would say my worst injury will be when I played softball. And we had the ball machine, and my coach like put the ball in the ball machine. It was real fast. She did a pop fly, so it was like sunny outside. Pop fly went up. I'm like, where is it? And then, y'all,
up in the hospital.
I think no, I didn't go to the hospital. I passed out. Like, I was, like, unconscious for, like, a good 10 seconds. And then, like, I remember, like, waking up, and everybody was, like, around me. And I heard, like, my coach, like, one of my touching my face, and it was all blood. And then, like, I was about to freak out, but everybody was like, oh, like, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. But anyway, y'all had a black eye. I had to walk around school with a black eye. This is, like, my senior year. Walked around school with a black eye, bro. It was, like, real bad. And I had, like, I had to go to a maxillofacial doctor, but I had, like, it was, like, probably, like, a little crack. But not, like, in the bone. Yeah. But, like, it healed by itself. Like, I didn't need to, like, do nothing. But I remember I was on, like, what you call it? Like, concussion precaution. Yeah. And, like, at the beginning of the season, we had to take, like, a test. And then I had to retake it, like, to see if, like, my analytics changed and I had, like, a concussion or whatever. But I feel like that was my worst injury because that really hurt and my face was hurting.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Like, I feel like I've hurt my foot a million times that I don't feel it no more. Like, y'all, I think I just broke my toes the other day. But it's the same foot that I just had. What
do you think is the worst injury? The lower legs,
the higher up, or waist up,
waist up or waist down?
Waist up for sure. I feel like waist down is easier, especially because you don't have to walk if it's waist down.
What you mean?
Like, let's say you injure yourself waist down, you could be in a wheelchair and not like re-injure it type of stuff. Right. But if it's like waist up, bro, you're still gonna use your hands, your arms, like your body, like your face. Like, I feel like
see what you're saying.
Anything neck up is like the worst injury. But yeah, I feel like waist up is the worst.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know what's been the worst injury for me, waist down or waist up. But yeah, thankfully I haven't broke so many bones like you just said either. We probably had fractures and stuff like that.
Yeah, not breaks.
Not too crazy.
I never had a break.
Lord have mercy, not too crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, for my TikTok live, man, thank you guys for the support on my YouTube, all social media platforms. Another episode. All right, make sure you guys tuning in, new supporters, old supporters, man. Thank you. We going up. Like I said, continue to support me along this journey. Episode 370, we are out.